Hey guys, it's Mike Loris, and I am here gonna cast another. What? What? What happened? Where did Treant Protector go? What? Okay, so I'm back casting another Dota 2 game. This one is going to be my first new cast on my new channel, Mike Loris Gaming. Got rid of that last channel because of that 2 at the end. Didn't seem very legit, in my opinion. So it looks like we're gonna start off with the disconnect. It's always fun to have a disconnect right off the bat. Let's go over this Radiant team. We're going to have Ogre Magi being played by FVPR. Crabbike, I guess, is going to play the Skeleton King. Smiley has the Queen of Pain. U247 on the Necrolite. And then, who is that? Last Dancer is out of commission for the moment. Once again, this is a pub game until I could figure out how to get some league replays. I'm just going to be doing these, try to get some experience. On the Dire side, we have Kunkka, going to be played by Old Boy. I'm probably just going to be calling him Old Boy since it's big capital letters. I have no idea what the hell that says. Playing the Earthshaker. Private on the Storm Spirit. Nyashka is the Drow Ranger. With someone, Yona, on the No One. So as of right now, it's a 4v4. Looks like bot lane is going to be a dual stun lane versus a stun torrent lane, perhaps. And look, we have the last 2 picks. We have Slardar going on Yona and Last Dancer going for the Invoker, which is kind of weird considering his team already has a mid hero. Usually you don't want to last pick a hero who needs so much experience, but looks like he's going to be tri-lane. What? I don't know what's going on. They're going for some sort of wacky 3-person bot build or something. Earthshaker Kunkka though should be, they should be doing okay. Fissure into a torrent into right clicks is pretty deadly, especially for an all melee lane. Looks like we have Skeleton King picking up Haste Rune right off the bat. We might see some early blood. He does have that Hellfire Blast, and Ogre Magi is already pressuring them. Earthshaker is turning around, trying to fight him a little bit. Here comes SK though. Let's see if he's gonna. There goes the Fire Blast right onto the Earthshaker, followed up by a Hellfire Blast right on top of him. Perfect chain stun. No Fissure is gonna go off, and Earthshaker does go down. Ogre Magi picking up the first blood. Invoker is coming around for the Kunkka, but he does not have level 2. He does not have anything right now, so very successful level 1 Haste Rune gank. The chain stun from the Skeleton King was actually perfect. It was just enough so that Earthshaker would waste enough time to raise the totem, but not enough time for him to actually bring it down and get that Fissure off. It looks like Skeleton King is actually going to be failing a pull. I guess he's going to be jungling, I guess? It does look possible. In the meantime, we have Smiley and Private just going at it. Looks like they both are going to... yeah, they both are aiming towards an early bottle. So it's just going to be whoever's better at last hitting is going to be getting it first. There's an Ignite on the Earthshaker plus a Cold Snap. He's taking a lot of damage. Right clicks from the Invoker might be enough. No, it's only level 1 Cold Snap, so Earthshaker is going to get away just fine. On the top lane, Necrolite actually shifted, and he's going to be up against the Drow Ranger. Drow Ranger didn't take any points of Frost Arrow. She should do that at level 4, probably. So she could get that Orb Harass. You could cast Frost Arrows 1 at a time, and then out-harass the Necrolite, hopefully, because Necrolite should be harassed by Drow Ranger a little bit. In the meantime, we have actually a jungling Slardar to counter that jungling SK, so very interesting things going on. The reason I skipped the picking phase was because shit like this was going to happen. There really wasn't anything to analyze. So, plus I'm also not confident in my ability to speak for all that time. There goes a Fissure off of Last Dancer and FVPR. Earthshaker is going to get Cold Snap right in retaliation. He's going to take some right-click damage. And we have a Torrent is going to miss completely. Old Boy is going in for the Invoker, but he's taking a lot of damage from this Ogre Magi. Looks like everyone should be okay. Yeah, everyone's going to be just fine. They're just burning the last of the restoratives on the Kunkka, Clarities, Tangos, all the good stuff. Invoker only level 2, so we don't know what build he's going quite yet. In the mid lane, the battle continues. Pink should have his... yeah, there is his boots, maybe. There's bottle, definitely. I don't know if it's his boots. Should be his boots, maybe. Actually, he only has 9 creep kills, probably not. But he's going to get his bottle, but Queen of Pain kind of beat him to that rune. She is going to get an illusion rune. Maybe she's going to try to go for a little bit of kills on him, but drinking all that bottle, it's going to be awfully hard. Watches a little bit. There goes a Shadow Strike and a Scream. The illusion rune, but to pull in on Storm Spirit. And it's just a right-click battle now. He is falling back. Will he tick over from the Shadow Strike? I don't think... No, he's going to be just fine with that extra bottle charge. So, Private getting away just barely with his life. However, he has to watch out. Blink in and Scream. Easy, easy kill but for the Queen of Pain. In the meantime, Ogre Magi has taken out that Kunkka. I guess just a Cold Snap to Fire Blast and an Ignite. Easy kill. So Kunkka not having a great time. Only has 4 CS 4 minutes into the game, so 1 a minute isn't exactly phenomenal. However, Invoker only has 2, so I guess we can't really judge on farm. We have 3 on the SK, which is far from phenomenal, but 10 on the Slardar, so who would have thunk that Slardar jungling would be better than the SK jungling? We have Smiley on the run from the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit is not level 6 yet, and Smiley's just going to pick up a haste rune and book it out. Very smart, actually avoiding the torrent by running up. She knew they were coming, or was extremely lucky, and she's going to take a little bit of right click from the Storm Spirit, but once again, Storm Spirit not quite level 6, so he can't really go on to Queen of Pain, unless Queen of Pain goes on him first. Let's see, we do have that energy booster up on Ogre Magi. The 2 kills he got really is going to help him get those arcane boots a lot faster, which looks like Invoker actually is going for an Exort build. There goes the Fisher by Earthshaker, just going for a little bit of harassment. So he's going for that Sunstrike build. Usually with the Sunstrike build, you want to have, well, you kind of need to have either insane, like godlike map awareness, or just good communication with your team. And in a random pub, which I'm assuming this is, it's hard to get that really good communication. Drow Ranger has her treads up, does have that 1 level of Frost Arrow, and you can see Necrolite right there taking a little bit of damage. However, he does have 1 salve left, so he should be able to weather this storm for just a little bit. Drow Ranger, 19 for 10 versus 18 for 2, so Drow Ranger is definitely having a better engagement on this top lane. Slardar is just continuing to pull. Oh, and I completely missed a solo kill by Storm Spirit. He is going to be fine using that ball lightning to dodge ticks of the poison. Smiley knows it's okay. So that was a 1v1 kill. I guess it was kind of close. Queen of Pain did not have her ultimate, so that might have been the reason why Storm Spirit came out on top in that engagement. We have a torrent going up onto Ogre Magi. Looks like that's just going to be harassment as well. Earthshaker has to watch out because there's a Skeleton King right in the wings, and he might be in a little bit of trouble. No, looks like they're just going to be content for last hitting. Ogre Magi is going to take a Fisher to the face. However, there goes the Ignite onto Kunkka with the Cold Snap. He's taking a lot of damage. SK not going for him. He's actually just going to let his teammates take care of it. He does get the experience from that. However, he doesn't get the assist or any, credit for that. So he's trying to ward away that Earthshaker. Make sure he doesn't have any stuns, but his stun was... Earthshaker didn't even have enough mana, so not really necessary, but whatever. He died. That's the bottom line. Looks like Blue and Teal are going to go up for this Drow Ranger. They should have enough power if Drow Ranger stays around. There goes the Reaper Sight right off the bat, and Queen of Pain blinks in, screams, Shadow Strike, and yeah, this Drow Ranger is going to die to that skull. Or Hearts... No, that was a skull. So, opening up with the Reaper Scythe, I'm not sure about that. Usually you want to save it, unless it's a hero like Storm Spirit who would just instantly get away once you're spotted. But for a Drow Ranger with no escape mechanism, usually it's okay to just hold the Reaper Scythe and make it deal a little bit more damage. Maybe get a couple of pulses of the Death Pulse before you actually go for that finishing strike. Queen of Pain, Boots Bottle, really standard stuff. SK has nothing. We got Power Treads on Evoker. Pretty interesting. You rarely see that. Oh, what? Oh, here comes Storms. No, maybe not. Looks like Storm Spirit is actually going to find the Invoker. Here comes the pull and huge burst damage from the Storm Spirit, but a Hellfire Blast from the Skeleton King is going to keep him in place. Invoker does go into that Ghost Walk, and Earthshaker does take a Fire Blast from the Ogre Magi, who is going to go down. Invoker somehow escapes that by instantly queuing up Ghost Walk. And that is a easy gank from the Storm Spirit onto the bot lane. He's going to have his bottle up. He's going to regain all his mana just fine. He does have maxed out Overload, which I don't personally like doing, but hey, to each his own. I'm actually surprised he didn't see like the pulling going on here with Skeleton King. Skeleton King's actually doing a pretty good job with the double pulls, so. Let's see, Power Treads on Queen of Pain, pretty standard stuff. Nothing on Storm Spirit, nothing on these guys either. Power Treads on the Invoker I don't particularly like, unless you're going to be going for like a just damage auto attack, not Sunstrike, a Cold Snap, Alacrity kind of thing. I personally feel like Phase Boots are infinitely better, but whatever. Let's see, Draw Ranger has that magic stick, and I completely missed that kill. Looks like SK just opened up with a Fire Blast, Hellfire Blast, and then a regular Fire Blast, not from Hell. Ignite onto that Earthshaker, who is way out of position, didn't have any support, so he easily fell. Storm Spirit does have his Arcane Boots up. He's probably going to go for Bloodstone, and I caught the tail end of that kill as Blue and Teal dove in for that Drow Ranger. It looks like Pink and SK are just going to trade hits a little bit. I don't think either of them could kill each other, no. There's no way SK could bring down all Storm's health, and there's no way Storm could bring down 2 SK lives, so no one's going to get anything from there. Looks like Storm's just going to sit here, wait for that 10-minute rune. Hopefully it'll be something big so we can go in on them. We have Yona being shadow struck by the Queen of Pain. Let's see if she's going to chase. She doesn't have any mana. She does pop her magic. No, she's going to teleport away. So Slardar does get out alive. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, we have a Fisher going out on the Ogre Magi. Is there going to be a torrent? No, there isn't. But Storm Spirit zips in for the Invoker. 2 times multicast, leaving the Invoker barely alive. Wow, that's pretty lucky. No, he's not going to get hit by that ball lightning. Is there a Fisher in 2 seconds? Here we go. Let's see if he could. Yes, he does manage to get him. But meanwhile, Ogre Magi comes in for one last Hellfire Blast, leaving Storm at 12 HP. So that Storm's lucky to be alive. We have Earthshaker and Skeleton King trading hands. However, SK does have his Reincarnation up. He's not going to be going down unless he spends all his mana stupidly. No, there it is. Echo Slam does go off on the Earthshaker, doing huge damage for the SK and the Ogre Magi. But SK comes back, and he's probably going to take out this Kunkka. No, doesn't look like it. Kunkka uses X marks the spot, and that's the end of this engagement. Meanwhile, Teal is getting ganked up by that Drow Ranger and Slardar. We already had a crush, I'm assuming, and Teal does go down, and Slardar is now on the run. But you can see Drow Ranger's Frost Arrow just keeping Queen of Pain from being effective at all. So Queen of Pain is also dishing. She has 4 levels of Precision Aura. And Earthshaker, what you doing there alone, man? You're making me miss kills. Just a Cold Snap into a Hellfire Blast means another dead Earthshaker who has been overstaying his welcome quite a little bit on this bot lane. Should probably pay a little bit more attention to that. Let's see if we have any more item progression. Oh, if I can remember. Yes, there it is. No, we just have a whole bunch of Power Treads. No big items up quite yet. So, gold earned is going to be in favor of the Radiant. It's to be expected. They're a couple kills ahead. And god damn it, another trade with the Queen of Pain and Storm Spirit. Queen of Pain does get the ahead in that engagement because she did use her Sonic Wave. Pink goes down. Meanwhile, the Dire is pushing onto that tier 1. Kunkka derps up his X Torrent combo. With level 1 X marks the spot, you can't really open up with an X. You have to open up with a Torrent and then use X to keep them in that spot. There's just simply not enough time with that level of X marks the spot. And Drow Ranger is actually going for Helm of the Dominator, so she's going to be able to jungle pretty well. But the Dire continues to push onto this tier 1. Completely missed Torrent. I don't know why you would cast it there since half of that is covered by the tower. So she's going to be able, Drow Ranger, is going to be able to jungle, and she's also going to be able to use her huge base damage to just gain back lots of health. We have 4 people on the Dire squad looking to kill this Ogre Magi. Fisher goes off on Invoker and Ogre Magi. Storm Spirit zips in, pulling the Invoker. Invoker is going to get taken out immediately. Multicast button is not enough. Ogre Magi falls as well, and looks like Dire is going to try to retaliate and take this tier 1 tower. Now we have Earthshaker and Storm Spirit circling around. I think they walked right by that Queen of Pain, actually. There goes the Fisher to open up. Do we have a pull? No, we don't have a pull. We have Skeleton King actually walking. He does not have his ultimate, so he might go down here if he has enough damage. Yes, Storm Spirit zips in for not perfectly enough damage, and Queen of Pain should back up. You don't want to fight this Queen of Pain. There goes the Fisher, and looks like Queen of Pain is also going to fall because she overstayed her welcome way too much. That was a retarded moment. You know it. So it looks like Invoker is actually going to go for a lot of alacrity, kind of forgoing that Sunstrike. I guess that makes kind of makes sense. You get the Exort for the bonus damage and then Power Treads for the attack speed, but oh no, old boy, what you doing? He's going to get cold snapped, he's going to get alacrity'd in the face, and he is going to be taken down. Easy kill for the Invoker. Who, I hope that's a Dagon. Whenever I see an old talisman, I'm always like, please be Dagon, please be Dagon, please be Dagon. Unless they're on my team, and then it's like, oh god, why do you have that item? You don't need that on Invoker. But that would be entertaining for me. We do have a Void Stone on Queen of Pain. Maybe going to go for a Sheep Stick. It'll be pretty early Sheep Stick if she does manage to get it anytime soon, but she does not have any mana. And we have Storm Spirit with an invisibility rune. Uh-oh, you guys are in trouble. We have Earthshaker, who's probably going to be opening up with a Fisher. Yes, onto that Invoker. Anything from the Storm Spirit. Echo Slam goes off, but he gets Fire Blasted and Ignited immediately. He's going to be taken down. Invoker does get initiated by Storm Spirit, and he gets taken down as well. Storm Spirit is probably going to try to go for this second kill on the Ogre Magi. He does have a little bit of mana, but there goes the multicast. No, but he gets torrented up into the air, and Storm Spirit does have enough burst damage to bring down Ogre Magi as well. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain is actually killing off the Drow Ranger again with Teal, so 2-for-2 trade, and we have Skeleton King trying to go on that Storm Spirit. I don't think he's going to get it. If Storm Spirit could dodge this last Hellfire Blast, he doesn't even have to. He's just going to zip out of range, and SK just got his ultimate up, so he's not going to die to this Kunkka either. Although Kunkka is going to try. SK could just turn around and try to take him, but I think that's going to be the end of that. So SK still doesn't have anything. Gloves of Haste probably going to be an armlet. It's a little bit late for a Midas, and I don't really... Everybody has treads, so what else would it be? On top lane, we have Necrolite going for that Vanguard, so he's probably going to get a lot of bulk. The thing about Necrolite is that his magic damage is fairly insane by itself, so you just want to build him bulky, kind of like how you build Leshrac. So you just sit in the middle of the fight, pulse, 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 use Reaper Scythe to take out whoever you want. The Storm Spirit coming down into this mid lane, Invoker immediately opening up with the Alacrity and right clicks, and he hurts a lot. 183, that's nothing to be fucked with. And especially with all that exort damage, that is insane. And the damage from just Alacrity in itself, that's painful. We have a 2v2 kind of thing going on over here. Let's see if no one else is going to die, right? We could watch this. Fisher does go off on Queen of Pain, but she is going to chill in there. We have Sunstrike going off, hitting absolutely no one as everyone shifts away just at the right moment. It always seems like that happens when you're playing Invoker, right? But when the other people play Invoker, it's always right on the money. SK does take the tier 1 tower bot, which will put, I'm guessing, the Radiance gold advantage even more. Actually, no, it's at 0, which is kind of surprising. Even kills, but I guess the farm for the Radiant is pulling through. There goes a Cold Snap onto that Earthshaker, but no, Fisher will keep them both safe. But no, Crush goes off to Slardar. Storm Spirit zips in, trying to kill the Queen of Pain as well as the Invoker. Queen of Pain looks like she will go down. And so that was a pretty good gank by Slardar coming around from the back. Fisher opening from the Earthshaker, who has been getting some pretty good Fishers. We have another one going off on to... Oh no, we have a 2x multicast on the Storm Spirit, immediately followed by a Reaper Scythe. That Storm Spirit never stood a chance. Shows the burst potential of an Ogre Magi. More importantly, it shows the burst potential of the lucky Ogre Magi. I'm not sure if that 2x multicast was necessarily worth it. I mean, not worth it. Essential for that kill. But, hell, it got the job done. We do have Helm of Dominator on the Drow Ranger, which means she can start jungling, just completely forego this lane if she chooses to do so. Or she could even take a Centaur or something and try to set up some cute things like that. I would never do that because I suck at microing, but hell, if you're good at it, why not? We have Invoker going in on this Earthshaker. Cold Snap immediately wears off. There's only a level 1 Cold Snap, so that's not going to be doing much. In the meantime, Smiley does take out Slardar by himself. Looks like Slardar was just way out of position, and Drow Ranger is now on the run. Smiley is going to go on for him. Silence goes off. Oh my god, look at the damage coming out from the Drow Ranger, who says, no, Queen of Pain, I'm not going to take your shit. Just turns around, right-clicks him with that 170 damage, and yeah, you don't want to mess with that. And we have language going on here. Not sure what language that is, but that's okay. We have Necrolite and the Ogre Magi pushing onto this top lane. Storm Spirit is pulling the creeps off the tower, but there still is that Siege creep who's doing quite a bit. Ogre Magi looking for a Fissure to open. And we do have a lot of damage coming out from his allies, so if he can get a Fissure on one of them, let's see if are they going to... No, they're actually going to catch both of them. There goes the opening Fissure onto the Ogre Magi, and the Silence, and the Echo Slam. Zip in from Storm, pulling him back, and Ogre Magi is going to go down, but Storm wants even more. He wants the Necrolite. Is he going to get it? No, he's not going to get it. And in the meantime, Slardar is fighting with Invoker. Invoker, where are you going? Slardar gets one crush, and Slardar is actually getting blocked by creeps, trying to follow this Invoker who does not have anything. He cannot go Ghost Walk out of this. He just has to try to run. However, Crush is going to become on cooldown. There's the Crush, and an easy solo kill by the Slardar. In the meantime, Kunkka does go down to the SK and the Queen of Pain while I'm watching the Ring Around the Rosie. And yes, it is going to be an armlet on Skeleton King, which is a very good DPS item. Yeah, you just get a shit ton of strength, and then your Vamp and crits usually keep you up very high as well. Queen of Pain does have that Perseverance. She's going to be going for the Lincoln Sphere, and we have a Race in the Invisibility Rune, and Storm Spirit is going to grab it way before Smiley. But however, oh, the Fade Time actually prevented her from taking any of that damage, but there goes the pull on Smiley, and she has amplified damage. There goes Crush as well. Smiley's going to be taken down very easily. And we have an NS coming out from Smiley. That can mean any number of things. We have in the meantime, we have middle lane. Ogre Magi doesn't have anything. However, you can see he's still being, decently effective when he's not completely getting owned by a group of people. Just the huge burst damage coming out from Fire Blast. Another Fissure and Zip in from Storm. This Ogre Magi is so toast. Pull in and Static Remnant is going to be enough to take him down. So once again, another good opening by that Earthshaker. We have Storm Spirit taking Hellfire Blast to the face and getting a lot of damage from that Armlet SK, but SK cannot finish the job. Oh god, I missed another kill. Old boy is getting killed by the Invoker as well as Necrolite. Probably just cold snap into right clicks. They did use the Reaper Scythe for that. Invoker's going to try to take this tower, which he might do. Another fortification goes off, and we have lots of backup incoming. Invoker is going to get initiated on by the Storm Spirit, who pulls him and instantly runs out instead of deciding to fight. And Invoker does get that last right hit onto the tower. However, no, Storm Spirit does have a regeneration rune, so he could just come back anytime he wants. Is he going to go in? Invoker is invisible. I don't think they know. They might have seen it. I don't really know. But I think they do know, actually. Now they definitely know. They know that someone's here. We have Cold Snap going on Earthshaker. Earthshaker can't even get his totem down for that Fissure. We have Storm Spirit trying to make something work on the Invoker. However, there are just way too many people here, and he's going to have to run. Run, Storm Spirit. Necrolite is out for blood. He doesn't have his Reaper Scythe. There goes the Silence to keep him from casting another Death Bolt, and he fails going down the cliff, which could mean his death. I don't know. Is he? Yeah, he's going to go down from Hearts. No, he's not. Queen of Pain's going to swoop in and take that last hit. He would have ticked over from Heartstopper's aura, which at that level, it's pretty deadly. Kunkka is going to be initiated on. However, there is a Miss Scream. Here comes an SK with the Armlet on, and look at those crits. The Scream goes out from the Queen of Pain, and that is going to take out the Kunkka. Here comes Slardar, trying to make things happen, but there is not enough backup for him. He has gone to the Medallion of Courage, which, in my opinion, is a little bit of overkill. You already have that amplify damage. You don't really need any more minus armor. It's better to just try to get some bulk or damage. Fissure going off on the Skeleton King, but he has his ultimate up, so he's going to be just fine. Just going to walk out of there. Okay, let's do another, I guess, farm check. Okay, well, I pressed that, so we have a 3,000 gold advantage in favor of Radiant. It looks like the farm on the Dire is starting to slip a little bit. There's only one kill advantage, however, the big story is 1, 2, 3 towers down for the Dire squad with no towers down on the Radiant. So that's where a lot of the gold advantage is coming from, and holy crap, why are you there, Earthshaker? Was not looking, but Storm Spirit wants a rebuttal kill. He's going to go for this Skeleton King. No, he actually bails. He's out of mana. He's being chased by that Queen of Pain. Sunstrike is going to miss completely. Storm Spirit is just probably going to zip down the cliff, grab the Illusion Rune. He's going to be just fine. So I'm still kind of new to this. Apologies for those missed kills. Looks like Earthshaker is always just dying over there whenever I'm trying to look at something else. XP earned is actually dead even. 2018 are the kills, so it's probably just the spread of the assists and who's been around for the kills on the Dire squad, which is helping them to stay competitive. We have Kunkka going for a Shadow Blade, which I don't really like. it's very easily counterable, and the burst damage that you get from it isn't that much. I'd rather just go for something tanky, since he seems to be getting hit quite a lot. We have Blink Dagger on Slaughter, immediately blinks in and crushes onto the Queen of Pain. Torrent is going to miss. Torrent wasn't even casted, actually, but we have a bash onto the Queen of Pain, and she is going to go down from one right click from the Kunkka. He does have quite a bit of damage, but I was not expecting a Blink Dagger up on Slardar. So I guess Queen of Pain wasn't expecting one of those either. And some lucky bashes meant that they got an extra easy kill. Storm Spirit is going to go for the Ogre Magi. Is there a pull? Yes, there is a pull. We have Fisher going down. Also, Illusion Runes are popped, and Ogre Magi is stuck. No, there is a hole from where Storm Spirit sipped in before. But is he going to die? Yes, he is going to die from the illusions. And now Teal is in a little bit of trouble. Is there a Fisher? Not for another 4 seconds, but they could still chase this for another 4 seconds. If you could get a little bit closer. There goes the Fisher, but nothing's going to happen. A Miss Sunstrike, an Illusion Rune. That's the end of that. Storm Spirit does have 2 null talismans. It's a little bit overkill, I'd say. You could probably just aim for a little bit higher tier items, but in the meantime we have this Kunkka who's getting completely demolished by the Skeleton King, who now has Alacrity. However, Drow Ranger does have that Yasha Helm of the Dominator, and she might even be taken down as well. Crushed in from Slardar, going onto the Invoker, who is going to take a lot of damage from Lucky Bashes once again. And Drow Ranger is just going to right-click this Skeleton King. Let's see if Skeleton King is going to get out of this one alive. We have a Torrent, which is completely going to miss. There goes the Amplify damage and Medallion, so he's taking a lot of damage. Look at that, 237 from the Drow Ranger. Huge damage going out, and Kunkka does take the last hit with his now completed Shadow Blade. So he could be doing a lot more burst damage. However, as you can see, he was very soft in that engagement. Drow Ranger looks like she was actually doing some Ancient pulling. I don't know if that was intentional or not. I guess I completely missed that. But with the Helm of the Dominator and the base damage, and just the amount of items that she has with the agility, she's going to be able to lifesteal Ancients all day long. So easy level 16 for Drow Ranger, who now has all her skills maxed. And Soul Booster on Storm Spirit, he did disassemble those Boots of Speed. If you have Arcane Boots, you could disassemble them later for Soul Booster, and then aim for the Bloodstone. Very nice, nifty trick to have. Let's see. Doesn't look like there's any... Oh, okay, we do have a pipe on the Necrolite, so Necrolite's going to be extremely tanky. And Queen of Pain does have that Ultimate Orb, continuing her build to the Lincoln Sphere, and she's looking for blood with Teal. Orange is going to try to move up, who is probably going to get a Force Staff. However, there goes the Sprint from Slaughter, Blink in Crush, and there goes the perfect Torrent right on him, and with the Medallion and the Amplified damage, he's going to be taken down extremely easily. It's just one of those things. You got to watch out when there's any Blink Dagger on the field, because you got to have either good map awareness, be very cautious, or just be lucky, I guess. You never know when you're going to get blunk upon. There goes a Scream by Queen of Pain, just trying to slow them down. It might cost her life. Oh no, Teal, don't do this. No, he's trapped in the trees. I knew that was going to happen, but look, Kunkka going down immediately because he is so weak. Earthshaker's Echo Slam does go off, and he does go down, however, not before taking out Teal. And now Pink is on the run. He does get tornadoed. He is going to take a meteor to the face. Oh, look at that. He did not deserve that. So good follow-up by the Radiant, making the Dire team pay for taking that one tower. But in the meantime, you had Slardar and the Drow Ranger completely free farming. Looks like Slardar is probably also going to go for a Armlet, get some cost-efficient damage up. And Drow Ranger is just going to keep going for her Manta, which she actually does have right now. So Drow Ranger is amazingly stacked. 1, 3, 4, but she does have a crap ton of creep kills. Not enough pressure on that top lane. Necrolite can't handle it all on his own. Invoker is going to go for that Orchid. I don't really think that's a great choice. The Storm Spirit is the only one who Orchid is really necessary for. Everyone else you could just Cold Snap and kind of walk down. But hell, if he wants to go Orchid, that's fine. I would rather have a Force Staff to get away from that Drow Ranger and to get away from all these stuns. But if you want to go Orchid, that is great. That is, you could go and get that Orchid. Looks like the Blinking Crush from Slardar. There goes the Lincoln Sphere toggling from the Amplified damage, and Slardar is going to have to get out of there. He does take a Shadow Strike. However, Queen of Pain blinks in, and she actually going to get initiated upon as the Fisher and the Storm Spirit come in. They're going to get this kill. No, she might teleport into the trees. However, Storm Spirit does know where she is, and Necrolite was taken down by Drow Ranger by herself, I'm pretty sure. So even with that Vanguard, you got Manta on the Drow Ranger, plus 71, it's gonna hurt. You have SK over here fighting for this haste rune, but no, Storm zips in and steals it at the last minute, and SK might be in a little bit of trouble. He's taking a lot of damage, however, he is really tanky. There goes the Meteor, forcing the other two back. However, here comes Drow Ranger, just right-clicking everyone. We have 3 times multicast, doing a shit ton of damage. And SK did get his reincarnation pop. There goes the Fisher, trying to wall him off, but not quite getting it. Perfect torrent by the Kunkka will bring that SK down for the second time. So there's a lot of damage coming out so far on the Dire squad, and I'm pretty sure they're taking more and more of the lead. Yeah, there's the experience graph, 2,500 in favor of the Dire. Not too much, but still putting them at a little bit of lead, and the gold earned is going from the Radiant's favor from all those towers into the Dire just a little bit. However, it is not quite 0 yet, so they're going to try to make something happen. Oh no, Teal, don't do this to me again. No, okay, Teal's actually going to get some backup from Orange this time, so he's not going to get Fisher blocked and instantly killed. Unless Drow Ranger wants this tower. Drow Ranger's going to get the tower. It might cost him some lives, though. We have Invoker coming in. There goes the Fisher. Good block off on the Invoker. Reaper Sight does go out, and Queen of Pain is going to take this Earthshaker kill. Storm Spirit zips in for the Invoker. He's doing a lot of damage, but I'm not sure if he has enough to seal the deal. There goes the Ignite from long range, and he has a whole bunch of people on his ass. Multicast goes off. Storm Spirit is trying to get out, and there goes another Shadow Strike and Scream of Pain. Sonic Wave, I'm sorry. And that means Storm Spirit is also going to die. So 2 people in exchange for a tower. They knew the tower was going to be denied if they didn't go for it. It's just a matter of, do we want to actually risk ourselves and try to get it? They said yes. I probably wouldn't have done the same thing myself, just because I like to play it safe. But Drow Ranger did get the last hit on the tower, and she did manage to escape with her life. So she got a Mithril Hammer, probably going to be building towards that BKB, which will be very good to counter the cold snaps, the magical damage from these two, as well as any of the stuns coming from the Ogre Magi or SK. Looks like the Radiant is going to be trying to go for Roshan right now. There goes the Alacrity. However, Torrent is going to spot them out, and they got to get out of here. They can't afford to fight this. SK is going to go for a BKB, however. His biggest problem probably isn't the spell damage. At this point, Drow and Slaughter are just becoming such huge damage powerhouses. It's kind of scary for them. The Radiant is pushing on this tier 2 tower. Queen of Pain is tanking up the tower. There goes the Blink Echo Slam from the Earthshaker, zips in from the Storm, and a boat from the Kunkka. Perfect initiation for the Dire squad. And the Queen of Pain and Ogre Magi and Necrolite are all going to be taken out very, very easily. Only a little bit of health damage going on to the Dire team. And maybe that's because the Dire team popped their pipe way too early. They didn't even see anyone when they popped that pipe, and this is going to mean the Dire is going to take a very easy Roshan. They have the whole team just wailing on him, and you have Slaughter isn't actually with them, so now you have to find no medallion to speed this up. He has gone for that armlet, so he's going to be doing a lot of damage. He's getting restoratives flown in, actually. Interesting kind of mid-game restoratives. You don't see that every day. Kunkka's going full DPS. He's going to get a crit. Crystallis. Storm Spirit does pick up that Aegis, so Storm Spirit is going to be amazingly hard to kill. You have to catch him with no mana, or just try to stun lock him, maybe get him to half health and then Reaper Scythe him, but then you got to kill him all over again with that Aegis, and he's just going to live for such a long time while his whole team just does the right click. We have the crit on the Kunkka. We have a BKB almost up on the Drow. Is it up on the SK? Yes, it is up on the SK. So SK is going to have a little bit more of an easy time, and right-clicking the Dire team. Ogre Magi is going for that Force Staff, which is a great item. Invoker, you should be getting that Force Staff. And Necrolite doesn't have anything past the standard kind of Vanguard pipe, generally tanky Necrolite build. He doesn't have that much mana. However, if he manages it, actually, no, he's going to need to get more mana. Reaper Scythe costs 500 mana, and that's only a couple of casts of Death Pulse away. Queen of Pain is going to deny the tower. Is Storm going to try to go on her? No, he's going to let that slide. However, 4 people are coming up for the Storm Spirit. Looks like he is aware of it, and he's going to be just fine. Unless we have some gutsy like initiation up here, which I doubt they're going to do. Storm Spirit most likely is going to be going for that BKB as well. So a lot of BKBs coming up onto this, onto the Dire team. another Mytho Hammer, which probably means another BKB going on the Slardar, so Necrolight's not going to have a fun time. Queen of Pain is not going to have a fun time because the entire team is magic immune. The Radiant squad is not smoked up. They're just walking around the jungle trying to catch someone. There they see Kunkka. Oh, Kunkka, you are so dead. There goes Fire Blast and Ignite. And, oh, no, he does actually have that Shadow Blades, and they don't have any detection, so he's going to get out. He's going to be fine. Looks like we're going to have a fight right here. There goes the Fisher catching off two of them. Drow Ranger pops her BKB and Manta, and Invoker just gets demolished. Here comes Storm Spirit and the boat, eviscerating that Invoker. Queen of Pain is on the run. She's taking a lot of damage from that Drow Ranger. In the meantime, you have Necrolite and the SK trying to come in from the back. Drow Ranger does get taken down by the Drow Ranger. And there goes the blink from the Earthshaker trying to lock out that Necrolite. Necrolite is going to get taken down, and the only remaining one is that SK, who's not doing enough damage. And well, he actually used the last of his mana to get rid of, to cast a Hellfire Blast, and that means no reincarnation for him. Probably wouldn't have mattered. He was pretty screwed regardless, so maybe that was a tactical thing to keep it on cooldown. I don't know. Maybe that was a mistake. So the Dire team is actually looking very strong right now. As you can see, the gold graph is just plummeting towards them. Experience graph look exactly the same. So looks like Drow Ranger is going to be going for a MKB. We have a point booster on Earthshaker, probably going to be Aghanim Scepter. And the Radiant have to pull out something miraculous. Slardar, what are you doing? That's dangerous. There goes Invoker trying to get the Tornado Meteor, but he's not going to be able to get it. There goes Orchid on the Storm, so they can take out Storm. They have a lot of time. There's so much damage coming out from this Drow Ranger, and Ogre Magi just gets killed so quickly. Storm Spirit does jump in for the Invoker again. Is he going to get him? He doesn't have enough. No, he's going to Ghost Walk, and he's going to be just fine. And dual teleportations coming in from the Necrolite and the Queen of Pain, and that's going to force Pink back. In the meantime, Pink's team, however, is going to go for this mid lane. They have a lot of damage coming out from this Drow Ranger, this Kunkka. Earthshaker's for the stuns, not so much damage, especially with his ultimate on cooldown. We blink in on the Drow Ranger, who gets a great silence on two of them actually, and she's doing a lot of damage to this Queen of Pain. Earthshaker is probably going to get taken out. However, SK and Invoker die as well. There goes Queen of Pain blinking out to the high ground, taking out that Earthshaker, and we have SK being the only one alive. No, he's the only one really in the fight. Everyone else is kind of backed off a little bit. Reaper Scythe does go on, but does not get a kill. And yeah, Necrolite's just going to get walked down by the Drow Ranger, who is not getting focused at all in these fights. Tower does get destroyed by the Siege Catapult. And it looks like they're just going to keep going. The only casualty of war was that Earthshaker, who didn't have his Echo Slam. It was like 10 seconds off cooldown, so if he could have tried to survive, he probably would have made it. There goes the Ignite onto the melee creeps just to try to slow down this push. However, it's going to be really hard to do so with all the damage coming out from this team. BKB is almost up on Storm. He only needs he's going to get it right now, actually. And Drow Ranger, there's a tower there. What you doing, Drow? Drow Ranger's like, fuck backdoor protection. I'm going to kill this tower right now. Let's watch it. Let's see if there's going to be any response from the Radiant side. And she's actually switching her focus to the creeps. There goes the Invoker teleport, so she's going to get out. Is he going to take the splash? Yes, he does take a torrent to the face. And looks like the Dire team is actually gearing up to push this mid lane. We have a BKB in the works for Slardar, who actually did get Helm of the Dominator. That's actually pretty interesting. You wouldn't expect that from a Slardar usually. Invoker is chilling in the Ghost Walk, and Kunkka is bailing. Slardar did manage to blink away since Ghost Walk does not cancel off that Blink Dagger. So Invoker probably overextended a little bit, which caused everyone to get scared and run. We do have the Force Staff on Ogre Magi, which is going to help him a lot, with mostly the plus 10 intelligence, but he does have not much mana at all. You have to really watch out with your mana pool as Ogre Magi. He's managing it pretty well though, so Force Staff is going to help save a lot of his team from, you know, whoever's getting focused at the time. The Drow Ranger could, the Force Staff will mean a get out of jail free card for whoever's getting focused by the Drow Ranger. However, she does have a Demon Edge up and a Javelin, so she's going to be dishing. She has been dishing for like so much of this game, but I really think the real big plays are coming out from this Earthshaker and Slardar, who are blinking in or just fissuring and opening up with a stun to make things happen. And it seems to be catching the Radiant team off guard. They don't really know how to react to a blinking Slardar or just a long-range Fissure initiation. We have 4 people on the Radiant team going up, and the Dire team know it. No, they're just gonna chill and take the Ancients. Pink wants blood. Look at him. You can see it. Pink might be going for an Orca with that quarterstaff. I don't know what else it would be. Refresher Orb, Storm Spirit. You know it. Oh no, we have SK running into the Drow Ranger and the Storm Spirit. He's going to take a lot of damage. There goes the Hellfire Blast and the BKB and the Armlet. However, Drow is managing to survive. Big multicast onto the Drow Ranger, but she is just going to right-click down that SK. Ogre Magi does get killed immediately, and SK is going to die soon after. There goes the Deafening Blast trying to save his buddy, but not enough. There goes X marks the spot, bringing Invoker back, and just taking so much damage from that Drow Ranger. And that is 3 for 0 trade, and Necrolite is also probably going to fall, and Queen of Pain as well. So that was a 5 for 0 team wipe, and Private calls out GG. Not sure if it is GG quite yet. They could take 1 racks for sure. However, I gotta stop saying however. I could even hear it. It's getting annoying. They could take 1 racks, but I don't know. SK doesn't really have enough to hold back Mega Creeps. They do have a lot of AoE magical damage, which could kind of tide you. What are you doing, Drow Ranger? Drow Ranger wants to Fountain Farm. No, Drow Ranger is actually getting her Monkey King Bar, grabbing her items from the stash from the enemy base. I didn't know they had that sort of banking system. Apparently Earthshaker has the same idea, getting an Aghanim Scepter, so that Echo Slam is going to hurt like a bitch. Storm Spirit does have double Oblivion Staff up already, so he's going to be on his way towards his Orchid. It's going to be very useful to cancel out that Queen of Pain. And he also got the Casters, Ogre Magi, and Necrolite, who's going to hurt quite a bit. Invoker also might get tastes of his own medicine, and I have no idea what these guys are talking about. I don't speak that language. Hell, I don't even know what that language is. I'm going to assume it's something from Europe, because most of them are. Slaughter does have his BKB up, and he is dishing with that Armlet. Plus, he actually got rid of his medallion, but still, 16 armor reduction is pretty scary, coupled with the huge damage coming out from Drow Ranger. They're going to be pressuring top lane, while the Radiant team grouping up, trying to get someone off guard, but we have an Orchid purchased by Storm, so Storm is pretty sure still has Aegis. Yeah, he does, so he's going to be extremely hard to bring down. These guys are just chatting it up, having a grand old time. Queen of Pain is going for that blink BKB as well, and Slardar cutting it really close. Oh no, Drow Ranger. Oh no, Drow, what are you doing? You're so fucking dead. No, SK is actually teleporting out. Did they see her? I don't think they saw her. No, Ogre Magi force-stuffs himself out, and Necrolite's the only one left, and he's might be brought down by this Drow Ranger. Blinking from Slardar and a Crush, and Necrolite's the only one to stay there. Well, his allies just bailed on him. That sucks. I don't know how that Drow Ranger managed to sneak all the way back here and survive. It's a miracle. She's a ninja. Ninja status on that Drow Ranger. And right now the Radiant team looks like, I'm pretty sure they gave up. Oh, holy shit, what? Invoker just got owned by that Kunkka. Who actually now has Daedalus up, so maybe a Shadow Blade crit, doing a ton of damage. You know how it is. Get that plus 60. You get that critical damage, plus 81 also. It hurts. Drow Ranger going one-on-one with the tower, however, this time she bought the Earthshaker, and Earthshaker's plus 300% is enough to burst down that tower pretty quickly. And we have Slardar pushing out the top lane for the Dire with the rest of the squad. Minus Pink, who's doing something. He has 19 charges on the Bloodstone, so even if they do kill him, his Aegis has timed out. They're going to have to kill him once again, because that's an instant respawn. Dire's pushing in. We have a Morbid Mask on the Kunkka, but I don't really think the Radiant team could hold this. They don't have anything going for them. Smiley does get initiated upon by the Storm Spirit, and Storm Spirit didn't cast Orchid. He did cast Orchid, but he just managed to survive through that. But Yona comes in, Blink Crush, and with that Hyperstone dealing so much damage, Storm Spirit manages to take the last hit. Kunkka's chilling in the invisibility. There goes a Cold Snap onto that Drow Ranger, and a Meteorite coming down on her head, but she just kills the SK before SK could even get close to her. Bash is going on onto that Invoker. We have a 2x multicast trying to slow down the Slardar, but SK is going to be taken down by the Earthshaker, Kunkka, and Storm Spirit, and looks like this is going to be game. I don't think they could hold their Raxes anymore. They don't have enough for buyback. The 2 remaining players don't have nearly enough damage. Maybe they could snipe out this Kunkka, but then they just get walked down by this Drow Ranger, who managed to carry her team pretty solidly. She got ganked a couple times in the early game, but she managed to bring it back, get a lot of farm up. I completely agree with Storm Spirit that he's right on the money with that one. And Kunkka's looking to farm the fountain. He gets a little bit too close and just gets killed. You don't want to hang around with that level of health. That's how you die. But Drow Ranger can farm the fountain a little bit more. She has enough damage to do so, and lifesteal. Storm Spirit's going to go in on the Ogre Magi. There goes a silence on him. He can't cast anything. Reaper Scythe is going to keep him alive, actually, stunning the Storm Spirit. Earthshaker is the one to go down, while Storm Spirit just zips out. But Drow Ranger just right-clicking the Necrolite down, right-clicking the Ogre Magi down, and is she going to survive this? She's going to take the Invoker as well, but no, she's going to be taken down by the Fountain. Storm Spirit is going to live. The throne goes down, so this has been one more commentary for you guys. I do have the new channel, Mike Lorus Gaming, so all of my future videos will be uploaded there. This video will be uploaded there as well, so let me know what you guys thought about it. Thanks for watching, guys. GG.